What's up, everybody? It is Broman. It is Ask Broman. This is the last episode of 2017, and it is also episode 25. All right, so here we are, December 31st. It's 2 p.m. Eastern. We are live on Twitch, and we are going in hard. Last questions for 2018 or 2017 going into 2018. Each and every one of you who have participated in this crazy journey so far, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let's fucking go, man. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Let's get this guy in here. I just want to do it. Just want to get in. This is True Killer 250. What's up? This is episode 26, by the way, not 25. Sorry, episode 26. I fucked up. Hey, True Killer, how are you, my friend?
I can't hear you.
Oh, True Killer can't hear me, which means True Killer needs to make sure that he has the right audio device selected so that my voice comes out of his headphones and not anywhere else is what he needs to do.
Okay, got it.
What's up, my friend?
Pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing wonderful.
Oh shoot, this is my heart's racing.
Calm down, it's okay, man. It's all good. No, it's all good.
Okay. Just want to say Happy New Year Eve.
Happy New Year's Eve to you as well, my friend. Absolutely.
Right. So my question is, when I was going around like Twitch and with emotes and stuff, I have a friend that's almost to affiliation, and he doesn't know, like, should he do his own emotes or should he look for someone that's like in art?
An artist? Well, yeah. It depends. I mean, it's a very personal decision and question for him, right? So if you're listening and you have no idea what Twitch is, on Twitch, one of the perks that you can provide folks in your chat room is like emotes. They can be silly shit. They can be fun shit. It can be whatever you want. And it's your emotes are sort of like your advertising card to the rest of Twitch. Like, hi, I exist. Here's my funny ass emotes. It's what Twitch views as your product when somebody subscribes. So now that we've got that covered,
okay.
Is your friend is your friend like what kind of person are they? See, that's the question. Is I don't know enough about them. I always recommend working with an artist if you're shitty at art, but also if you're shitty at art, that can be your leverage. Like, you can do your fucking emote in MS Paint and it can just be terrible on purpose. And there's value in that too.
Okay. Well, he's an artist himself. Like, I got into him to Twitch, and thanks to you, like, he's been watching your broadcasts and have really helped him to like motivate himself to like try out broadcasting and stuff. So so he's an artist himself. So I'm like trying to maybe just lead him towards making your own.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, like, if he is an artist, him making his own emotes is huge. You know, like it's a way for him to showcase his art around the internet. It is also a really big profit center that if he's not already accessing that for himself, it's a huge opportunity. If he has the ability to make emotes, they're, with Twitch exploding and custom emotes becoming kind of a very in-demand feature for a lot of channels, being able to create good channel art, being able to make really good emotes is going to be a huge part of Twitch going forward, and probably other platforms as well, because it's a form and a factor that's being adapted by other platforms as well.
Okay. And I have one more other question. So you say you can just bring out all your channel like everywhere, spread the word about your channel.
Yeah, try to match your distribution to the scope that you want to have. So making sure that you are putting your content out in as many different places as possible, that you have time to do in your day.
Mm-hmm. Would it be a good idea to post it on like Xbox feed and then PlayStation, because they have their own feed channel too, or something
Absolutely.
like
I don't know much about the discoverability metrics coming off the back of that, but that doesn't really matter. Like, just because somebody watches you on their Xbox feed, like, damn, look at this sick clip. Like, if your sick clip on Xbox gets 1 million views or something like that, people are going to start looking for, well, who made this? Where did it come from? Which is one of the big reasons why, especially as a gamer, I recommend matching your gamer tag to all of your socials. So that way people are like, oh, well, Captain Dickass 52 made this. So I just Google Captain Dickass 52 and, oh, look, there's a Twitch channel. Do you see what I'm saying? Because if you don't, so that's a situation where it could be really difficult for people to discover you if you don't have things integrated like that. And one of the big reasons why I would recommend that you do so that way you don't miss out on an opportunity like that. One of my biggest regrets is my YouTube channel, which I am continuously trying to rebrand as /Broman or /Professor Broman, is /BenWCA, because back when I started my Twitch channel, I set up export to that channel and then Twitch wouldn't let me change it. You know what I mean? It was very frustrating. So make sure your buds got everything set up. And then, go hard, man. Anywhere you can put something and get exposure, I would recommend doing. Especially if you're streaming from a console, it takes like 2 seconds to share it to a feed, right? Like, I mean, it's so fast.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it for questions wise.
Sure. And do you want to shout out your channel or your bud's channel or whatever you're doing stuff on?
So, like, my bud's channel, he's trying to set it up. So this year, for like 2018, he wants to start streaming. So that feels like his goal is to set it up as soon as it becomes like 2018 or somewhere in January. But you can guys find me at twitch.tv/TrueKiller502, and you can find me also on Twitter, TrueKiller205. Yeah. Awesome,
man. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you have a fantastic new year.
Yeah, you too. Thank you.
Bye, dude.
Bye.
That's like, the emote question is so tough. I would recommend, if you are an artist and you are out there and you're listening to this and you don't even know what Twitch is, check out Twitch. Learn what emotes are. It can be a massive profit center. Like, it is a way to monetize your work. It's become standard to pay for emotes on Twitch right now. So like, if you're out there and you're an artist and you're not paying attention to Twitch as a potential place for you to like make some revenue, whether or not that's your end game. I know it's hard when you're coming up as an artist to get things off the ground, especially like monetization wise. But a quick story about the artist I started working with, EdEUUt Bear, and you can check her out at twitch.tv/EdEUUt Bear. She's everywhere. It's like 2 U's and then a G and then Bear. She started doing emotes for me and a couple other broadcasters that, we had some notoriety. And when she started, she was charging something like, I want to say it was like $25 an emote. And now she charges $50. And I pay her more than that because I always want, quick access to the work. But she is so in demand now that she'll have to take a whole bunch of commissions, close them, spend 2 months working all of her commissions out, and then open them back up again. So it's a really, if you're an artist and you do any sort of like caricatures or comics or whatever, Twitch is a great place for you to kind of do a side hustle to fund your other dreams, or you could make it the whole game if you want for a little while now. Either way, the more emotes as an artist that you can create or generate, it's a fucking calling card that millions of users have the potential of seeing. And if you are an artist, it would be a really smart hack to get your art out there, getting it in front of people, because when people see a good emote on Twitch, everyone always asks, who the fuck made that? Where are they? Can I find them? And the potential's limitless. I've seen it work for a lot of folks, and if you're not paying attention to it, it's a really, really smart move. If you do comic style art, or if you do anime style art or whatever, it's a great way to get your art out there and make a little money on the side as well while you gain recognition. It's just a fucking 100% positive bonus play all the way around, and I highly, highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. All right, let's grab somebody else in here. This is let's get Hidden. Let's get Hidden. Hey, Hidden. What's up, my guy? I think. Guy, gal, lady, man, Apache attack helicopter, snowman.
Hello.
Hey, Hidden, what's up?
What's going on?
Not much, my friend. What can I do for you?
I'm doing fantastic. Had a couple questions for you.
Oh, all right. I think that what I'm supposed to do now is answer them.
I think that's how it works, right?
Let's go.
All right. So one of my biggest things that I've not really heard on the show before is getting the maximum potential from a stream deck.
Okay.
Is there suggestions, tips, tricks? What would you recommend?
Okay. So first of all, I'll walk it back so everybody knows where we're coming from. So there's a piece of hardware that came out recently. It's made by the company Elgato. They make capture cards and things like that, called the Stream Deck. And it's a little USB launch pad that you can plug into your computer, and it fully integrates like every possible feature you could have on your stream. It'll switch scenes. It'll control chat commands. You can use it for audio cues, overlay cues. You can use it to control your music. You could use it to control your microphone. Basically anything that you want on your stream to have instant access to. It helps. That helps you go in, and it helps you go out of whatever you want. Adding a lot more of control for like a pretty low price point. And I'm not sponsored by Elgato, by the way. So that's how, that's how it works. Okay. As a broadcaster, this is a piece of hardware that I actually wish was around for a long time, because before this, you had to set macros on your keyboard, and that means you're consuming potential playable playable keys on your keyboard to increase the quality of your stream. So, and it fucking sucked. So anyway, this is how I use it. I use it for a couple things primarily. I'll use it for visuals, so that I can add like, a comedic flair to it. I have different scenes and things like that. And then I also use it for any sort of promotional things that I'm running. If people are talking about, like, oh, what's your Instagram? And I'll just hit the button that promotes my Instagram and chat. Or what's your podcast? And I'll hit the button that promotes my podcast and chat. Your coffee company, I'll do the same thing. I use it primarily to answer questions faster than chat or my moderators can, because I have attention deficit disorder, and if I see a question in my chat room that goes longer than 2 seconds being unanswered, it makes me want to have a fucking aneurysm. So I hit the button. So that's how I use it. I've seen other implementations where if you have a certain tweet, like if you're doing a sponsored stream and you have to tweet out very specific language for that stream, you end up doing the sponsored tweet and you have it loaded in your stream deck. So all you have to do is hit a button instead of like, okay guys, let me pause the stream and type all this bullshit in and type all this other shit in and then change my title. You can automate all of that action. You can do that before your stream starts. Hit the button, out goes your tweet, changes your stream title, starts your promotional timer and chat, all that stuff. I'm a huge fan of using it for automation. So I would say if you are a new broadcaster, okay, or even if you're a professional broadcaster, like this Stream Deck can replace a lot of professional hardware. So if you're kind of going into mid-level production on the audio video side, this is definitely something you could use in lieu of spending like $10,000 on equipment to manage a broadcast, if you put enough time into it ahead of time. I would highly recommend checking it out. And like, if you're setting it up, set up your chat, your social promotion, anything that you want people to watch or anywhere else that you want people to check you out. You should have a button on your Stream Deck for that. 100% first thing you should do. 2, you should automate all of your scenes. So however many scenes you have on your stream, you need to have at least one button dedicated to that stream or that scene. And then 3, have an on-off button for every source that you're using. So your microphone, be able to turn it on, turn it off. Your camera, on, off. Your capture card, on, off. If you set all of those things up, it's going to do 2 things. 1, you're going to get really familiar with what the piece of hardware can do. And then 2, you'll have easy access to any sort of like random interruption or quick idea that you may have to add impact to whatever you're saying.
Yeah, the turning on and off sources was something I hadn't thought of. I've got the different scenes and everything else pre-set up.
Yeah.
But yeah, the sources is a really good idea.
Yeah, I mean, sources is huge. And then, other than that, it provides a lot of creative value. Like there's a lot of potential there that I think has been yet to be realized about, just how powerful the piece of hardware is. But being able to take something that would, used to take another human being to do, to produce for your stream and automate it with a little bit of front loaded time before your channel is just huge. So aside from those basic tips, I would say after that, it's your turn to get creative and turn it into something that works for your channel.
Yeah, and then I know Streamlabs just came out with integration with it too. And I've not jumped into that yet.
I haven't fucked around with that either, and now I feel like a dipshit for not knowing.
Yeah, right.
No, that's exciting. Yeah, I'll definitely dive into that so I can let you know through practice how to best implement that as well.
Live and learn.
Live and learn, man. You got to do it. You got to do it, or you actually don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Right. One other thing to where you're really huge on multiple forms of social media and getting your name out there and everything. And one thing I've not heard on the podcast is stream teams, like partnered stream teams and that kind of thing. What are your thoughts or hot take on those?
Sorry, one more time.
Like stream teams for like
stream teams. Sorry, stream teams.
Like,
stream teams.
She Snaps, the Pizza Party, and
yeah. Okay, so I have 2 primary thoughts. Okay, 2 primary thoughts. One is I'm going to push back against what Twitch common knowledge is. Okay, so the common knowledge on Twitch is you need to be on a great stream team and you need to cross promote. And it's going to help you so much. And if you're on a team, you're just going to grow forever. And it's going to make your fucking day. That is bullshit.
I agree.
Okay. So being on a team, just like being on any social media team, okay, it has value. All right. But it only has as much value as the leader and the other team members have. So there are people who use stream teams. You mentioned the Pizza Party, right? Which is that's run by She Snaps, who's a friend of mine. She uses that as a networking core for a lot of her viewers and any of her friends that broadcast. So it becomes like a focal point of positivity, and it provides an easy way for folks to interact on a broadcaster level in the Twitch space, so that cross promotion is easy. I think stuff like that's great. And if you want me to get real, fuck it, we'll get in depth. So I have a Twitch team as well. It's called the Wobblers. When we formed the Wobblers, the goal was to take a team of broadcasters that desired, growth, success, and all that other stuff, and work together to try and sort of turn it into a brokering agent for us to not only help each other grow our channels, but for us to be able to like do things like acquire sponsorships. Okay. So like a miniature MCN. And, so I had a lot of dreams about it. I had a lot of focus. I was getting ready to file for an LLC and all this other stuff. And then I learned a really important lesson when it all fell apart. All right. So we had this conversation with everyone who was on the team. And I said, listen, I'm about to set up all these, articles of incorporation, all this other stuff, getting ready to be real legal about it, right? And I wanted to set up a proof case, so I found out how comfortable everyone was with certain types of promotion. So I crafted a scenario that I thought was like a foolproof scenario, right? So we go and we decide as a team that we want to get sponsored by, let's say, Kia, and Kia wants to put a watermark in the corner of your stream, and they'll pay you $10,000 a month for that watermark. Okay. Seems like a simple yes, correct?
Mm-hmm.
That's $120,000 a year for a watermark on your stream. Well, there were people on the team who were incredibly uncomfortable with that and said they would never do it. And that blew my mind, but I learned an important lesson. And that lesson is, if you're working on a team, everyone's values need to be completely aligned. And you need to make sure that you focus on the places where you are all aligned. And if you have an idea that goes outside of the team's scope, you don't need to get in there and try and force it on the rest of the team. You just need to develop something outside of it. How do you feel about that?
No, I agree to where, like, I love the pizza party. Like, I'm on that stream team, and I look at those kind of stream teams as a good platform for multi streams and other people to play with that also stream and so forth. It's just to where you'll see a lot of like Twitter's full of the hashtag stream teams that are the whole follow
hashtag
for
support
follow.
Smaller streamers, hashtag all this other shit.
Yeah. And those are a mess. And
it is a mess. There's a lot of like I said, and this is why I started it with this, there is a lot of common knowledge that people assume about Twitch, right? And almost all of it is wrong on the face of it, because people assume that because they look at someone else and they assume, okay, this person has X, Y, and Z. And so I need X, Y, and Z for my success. And that's just not true.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The reality is those people have X, Y, and Z because, especially if they're successful, those things played to their strengths and it helped them progress. Those things that play to another broadcaster's strengths might be your greatest individual weakness. So if you try and implement them, it'll come off as tone deaf. Your content will suffer. It will look like crap. And ultimately, it just won't work. Ultimately, it just won't work. So my suggestion with stream teams is if you're looking into starting one, have a solid focus in the beginning and don't ever expect anything more out of it than that. And that's it. The most successful stream teams are teams of people who have channels of equivalent size and have channels of equivalent interest. So, if you have one person on the channel that has 1 million followers and everyone else has 10, it's not really going to help anybody out. But, and I've been working on getting, and you'll want to tune in for this too. There is a stream team that's run by my buddy Kevin called The Network. And they have managed to go from a team of people where no one was partnered to a team of people where every single person is partnered. So there will be a lot of insight on that episode. I think we're going to be doing it in late January.
Great.
Yeah, so please tune in for that one or listen for that one as well. It'll be really interesting. But for now, I think stream teams are awesome. It's a tool, but it needs to be used correctly.
Yeah. And that's usually, the first place I look for whenever mine's ending and I'm like, okay, who am I going to go host next? That's where I look first, is with those stream teams and see who else. And it's not, to where if I'm streaming with XY number of people, I'm not going to go and raid Lupo or whoever's on that top of the bracket. I'm looking for somebody that's equal and equivalent. And that way, because adding 10 people to a 500 view stream is not necessarily nothing, but when you add 10 people to a 10 person view stream, you're literally doubling their numbers, and that's what I like about it.
Exactly.
And with all the social media stuff too, have you dug into IFTTT, the if that then this applications?
No. Please explain.
Ooh, you don't know those? So it's
I
all
know
automated.
I know what that is, like as far as from a programming standpoint, but I'm not aware of whatever implication you're talking about.
Right. Okay. Gotcha. So like I haven't really dug into it a lot. I learned a lot from Dammit Bennett. He's always, high up on the new stuff for streaming, but it's to where like when I go live, it automatically shares a tweet. It automatically shares a Facebook post. I've not looked at Instagram yet to see if that's something I can add. When I get a follower and I'm live on stream, my Philip Hughes smart lights automatically change a color.
Okay.
And it's related to the Stream Deck to where it's automating some things that would normally take something else to do.
So is this a program that you can download on your computer?
It is a it's not necessarily a program. Like, let me see if I'll link you here. ifttt.com/discover.
Okay.
And all kinds of automated apps and everything else. But it's almost unlimited. Literally the only thing that I've not been able to find to do with it when I'm digging in is automating an alert related to like an Extra Life donation or something.
Okay, I understand. I see.
All back end stuff.
So just on the face of it, and I've literally just looked at it, essentially this is a program that allows you to design custom automation for anything that is happening for you.
Correct.
Okay. So I have two thoughts. One, it's fucking awesome and you should use it however you want, like any other tool. So if you can increase immersion or value for your stream or your broadcast or any of your other content by using it, you absolutely should. However, this would be my warning. Something you should work towards as a content creator is always creating content that has a specific focus and value for every platform you're producing on. One of the only things that I just copy paste across all my platforms, meaning that it's unoriginal, and I'm not curating it specifically for the platform, would be the podcast. Okay, so the podcast gets put on podcast and then it gets put on Anchor, and the description from the podcast is, the text and tags are the same on Facebook, YouTube, everywhere that they're at. Okay. But if I'm making any other type of content, like if I'm going to make a Facebook post, or if I'm going to make an Instagram post or story, or if I'm going to go on Snapchat, that content is customized for that platform. And I'm still in the process of learning, I'm in the process of being able to implement that consistently. My gut feeling is long term, if you crutch too hard on using if that then this on the distribution side, you are going to miss out on fuck tons of value that you could be providing on other platforms simply because the content that you're making doesn't fit that platform 100%, and you're abdicating the educational process necessary to become good at making content on another platform simply because you're feeling too lazy to make a custom piece of content for that platform. Does that make sense?
No, it does.
So those are my thoughts on that. I think it's a great tool. This guy, this thought that you have of like using it to implement your hue lights and all this other stuff for stream related things to increase the value of your stream, I think that's golden. I think that if you're using it to sort of auto push every single tweet that you ever do to every social media platform in existence, especially since when you do that, and I know this from, my old mindset about distribution and the way that I would approach social media that I deemed air quotes less important, is that it really divorces you from the interactive core of whatever that platform is. And if you're missing out on the interactive core of that platform, you are missing out on absolutely everything about it.
Right. And that's kind of where I stand as well, is where it's separating you from that unique interaction.
Yeah.
And I just didn't know if you, because it's one of those things that I haven't heard mentioned at all, so I just didn't know if you were aware of it.
No, yeah, well, I wasn't. Damn it, Bennett, who you brought up, is actually great. He's turned me on to a lot of really interesting
yes.
Things that you can use for your stream. I am a huge fan of automation at the beginning, because it does allow you to put content everywhere. So my warning is, on a practical level, should you use it to get your content out everywhere? If you don't have time, absolutely. Do I think you actually don't have enough time? No, I think that's bullshit. I think that we all have a fuck ton of time. Like, I use this example. I run a coffee company. I run $1 million charity event as the charity director. I'm growing a third business. I stream full time. I do YouTube and a podcast, and I still have time every day to sit down and make custom fucking graphics for Instagram, stories that people look at for 3 seconds, because I know that has more impact value than just redistributing a piece of content.
Right. Yeah. And side note, your Instagram graphics are an inspiration. Thank you.
I mean, that's it. I'm not a super crafty or intelligent person when it comes to design, but I practice what I preach. I've been taking time over the past month to learn about graphic design so that I could start doing that myself, because I was fucking sick and tired of waiting for other people to do things for me.
Exactly. Yeah. That's literally my goal for today, was to whole rebrand and everything before 2018. So I'm right in the middle of it. This is my break.
Yeah. So, and for those of you who are listening, is like, what, did Broman just shit on Instagram stories? No, I fucking love them. That's why I'll spend 30 minutes designing something that you look at for 4 seconds, because I see the value proposition there. And I see the value of the platform. So this has been an awesome conversation, Hidden, and I didn't really realize. I'll go long term on this. I think that automation is awesome, but I think long term it can decrease value because it divorces you from the sensitivity to the environment you're posting in. And my challenge to all of you is try and remove as much automation as you can from your process, so that you're actually in there doing it. And I think that folks that lean heavy on automation instead of time investment and maybe creating a workflow to make sure you hit each of your points every single day, I think the people that lean really heavy on automation are going to suffer over the long term in the next 4 or 5 years.
I mean, there's definitely a sweet spot. And the way I look at it is some advice I got back when I was a yee boy from Scrooge McDuck. You always want to work harder, or work smarter, not harder. And there's definitely things to make it easier to automate, and then others that you want to still have that connection with.
Absolutely.
And coming directly from you. And that's really most of the questions I had. I'll leave it up to anybody else to answer some more that I may have that I haven't thought of. And just a shout out, I guess, for myself, kind of, to where keep an eye out on that Excel sheet. It is live and editable.
Yeah,
so.
That's something that I wanted to make sure we hit before the end of this. You know how everybody in chat, you know how I always ask you to do things for me? And it is a long-term strategy, okay? Because the person that shows up on my feed and says, "Hey, I did this for you. Do you like it?" Is the person that I want to work with long term. Hidden is one of those people. For, I'll say, a month and a half, I was asking, I was like, hey, if any of you want to set up like a Google Doc that has a list of all of the people who are interested or who have ever been on the stream and all of their shout outs and things like that. He actually did it. And, I really appreciate that out of him. It's one of the reasons why I grabbed him specifically out of the chat room for this. And I really, I challenge you. I am a huge fan of somebody who takes initiative, and that initiative is usually rewarded long term. So I appreciate Hidden a lot. I'm really trying to figure out a way to pay him back, but he fucking won't let me. I already offered like 3 things. He's like, no, I don't need that, man. I don't need that, man. I don't need that, man. So I'm probably just going to end up promoting the living fuck out of his stream for a month or something like that. But either way, Hidden is a perfect example of somebody who took some initiative, and like that's why he's on the podcast right now. And in addition to that,
disregard that link.
That's one of the reasons why he's on the podcast right now, and I'm looking forward to working with him on a lot of stuff in the future. And if I have something that needs text formatting or efficient production on that side going forward, he's the first person I'm going to fucking ask. So
awesome.
He is he didn't know that until right now, by the way. He is a proof case of doing something for free, which I know a lot of you like to argue about, doing something for free, providing long-term value for himself. There you go. So go ahead and shout yourself out one more time, or wherever everyone can find you, and then we'll go on to the next person.
I just got timed out, but it's just twitch.tv/HIDDNEN. And you can find me anywhere and everywhere at the same tag, HIDDNEN. It's Hidden In. New stuff coming out for 2018, hopefully.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you very much, my guy.
Hey, thanks for doing this, bud. I appreciate it.
Thank you. You have a great one. Yeah. I was so ready for him to get on. I was like, yeah. He's a great guy. So yeah, there's the Google Doc in chat. I'm going to try and hyperlink that along with all the podcast episodes in the future. I just haven't taken the time to go in and do the HTML shit on the podcast tags. But yeah, you'll have that. Start looking for that below the podcast episodes. It'll be a Google Drive link that you can click, and it will have every single person who has ever been on the podcast, either as a guest or as a question asker, for you to go check out in the future. This is Demonizer H2O. Hello, friend.
What's up, bro?
How you doing, my dude?
I am doing good.
Fantastic. What can I do for you today?
So I'm a small-time streamer.
Cool.
I do it not very many hours a day because I have a daughter and my fiance works and I work as well. I was recently in a flood back in July. I was on vacation when it happened, so I lost pretty much everything.
That sucks.
Yes, it does. I just recently got me a new PC built. What camera would you recommend best setting for?
What do you mean, like starting out, or
just in general? Like if I wanted to purchase a camera to stream with, which one would you recommend most?
Sure. We got a couple options right now. The Logitech C920 or 920C, I always forget where the letter goes, is kind of like a gold standard. A lot of broadcasters have used that for a long time. That is about $100 but a new camera just came out from Razer that I like. It's called Kyro, Kyro or Kiro or something like that. But it is actually, so it's a USB webcam. It can do 60 FPS at 720p, which is great. But it also has a light ring built into it. Okay. So the light ring that's built into it allows you to use it not only as a webcam when you're getting started, but the lighting is going to make you look awesome. And then if you ever decide to go with a green screen, the lighting is perfect because it's coming from the camera source to perfectly green screen you on a background, so you don't have to spend like $100 in photography lighting.
Okay, see, I just actually bought a green screen not too long ago.
Yeah, well then I would definitely recommend picking it up.
Okay, and it's Kyro. All right, cool. So how do you your viewership is really big. Obviously, I love watching your streams.
Sure.
What's your best approach to post on social media for, to promote that you're starting your stream? Like, what's the best way to promote that via the social medias?
Pay attention to the type of content that performs best on that media platform and produce content directly for that. So on Instagram, or sorry, not Instagram. On Instagram, doing a story with a swipe up is great. I always like to do, like, if any of you came from the Instagram story today, it was a really high energy post. I was like, it's the last fucking, Ask Broman of 2017 that we're doing right now. And you should tune in right now, swipe up. And then I, posted a link. I realized not everyone has swipe up capability. I think you have to have 10,000 followers and then link it to a business account, which is not hard to do. Anyone who is out there and you're a broadcaster, your Facebook and Instagram should already be a business account. Literally all you have to do is link it and click that you want to. So, that's what I did for Instagram. For Twitter, I usually just tweet that I'm live because Twitter's kind of like a bulletin board. Best practice on Twitter would probably be design a little custom piece of content that lets people know that you're going live, whether it's a GIF, a clip of your stream, a clip of whatever you're going to be playing today, etc., etc. Curating the content so that it matches the platform is probably the best thing you can do when you're talking about going live. Anything that adds more value to that post other than the information that you are streaming.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes a total sense, actually. Good. My little post was just some small, like, hey, I started my stream, come hang out, come chat, things like that.
Sure. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I'm not very big. I think my highest views were like 10. It was back on one of the Telltale games. Anyway, so I also have a question about the Elgato. I heard you talking about it with hidden there, and what would you say would be the best for PC gaming? As in, should I look at getting the Pro, the one that like you put into your PC, or should I just go with like the box, the little like oval box one?
If you've got a slot, going into PC would be huge. So like the Elgato HD60 is the onboard card. Having an onboard card with an onboard encoder is huge because it offloads a lot of the CPU necessary to do encoding. So it might allow you to push a higher or a better encoding profile. And in doing so, you'll have a better quality stream. So I'm a huge fan of any sort of onboard card that you can make or manage. Because if you do that onboard card, you're going to be able to, you'll just be able to have a higher quality stream. USB cards require more CPU usage. Sorry, the HD60 Pro is the card I was talking about.
Okay, so I have room on my PC for a card slot, that the Elgato one that they sell that you put into your PC and then you hook the HDMI up to it.
Yeah,
I do have room for those.
Yeah. If you've got a PCIe slot, an onboard card's great. Elgato's good, Magewell's good.
Okay, and then my next question is more about like, I don't want to say what should I stream, but what is like the best in quality wise to get viewers? Is it like shooters? Is it speed runs? Is it like survival games? Things like that?
To preface on this question, it's whatever you feel like you produce your best content on. Okay. So if you're the most engaged with chat when you're playing a shooter, it's shooters. If you're the most engaged with RTS games, it's RTS games. Whatever helps you produce your best content. So that is first and primary. Okay. It doesn't matter which one's statistically the best. Fuck that. Your content has to have quality. And then that matters first. So you pick whatever makes the best quality content for you. Then step 2, you figure out which one of those things is underrepresented in the entire market of content. So the advice that I give a lot of people, and this is directly from the thoughts of my management team about encouraging people to stream specific games, is you find a game that is being purchased at a high rate but streamed at a low rate. 10,000 people are buying this game every day. Nobody is streaming it on Twitch. You should stream it because you are part of the purchasing process. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes yeah, a whole lot.
That's it. That is the entire answer, my friend.
Awesome. And then my last question would have to be your earbuds that you actually use.
Yeah.
What are those?
Bose Sound Sport in-ears.
And are they wired? Are they
Yeah,
wired
they're
ones
wired.
or wireless? Yeah. Wired. Okay, that's what I thought. I saw them on there, and I saw that most of them were wireless. I couldn't find any wired ones.
Yeah, well, they might be done making the wired ones. I have no idea. I know everybody's trying to transition to wireless because that's sort of where the audio market is at.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. But yeah, those are all my big questions. I appreciate it a lot for you letting me come. I've actually wanted to talk to you.
I know you hit me up on Twitter a lot.
Yeah,
you're always wanting to get in there, man, and I appreciate that. You want the answers, and I've been trying to answer you for a long time on Twitter as completely as possible, and I haven't been able to. So I'm happy to have been able to do it now.
So I'm hoping 2018 will be my year for streaming. Really, really hoping to get everything after the flood. I'm working on getting everything back.
Yeah, man, for sure.
I think the last thing is my camera and the Elgato, and then I'm set.
Yeah, I mean, again, and I'll end it with this: don't put arbitrary goals on yourself. The podcast episode that I put out this morning, if any of you had a chance to listen to it, it is the focus that I'm going into on 2018 is fuck numbers. Focus on people, okay? Like, close your eyes. Don't look at your numbers. Don't give a shit about them, okay? Focus on the people that are there. That was the mindset I went into with this podcast, okay? I wasn't doing this because everyone was like, do a fucking podcast. I'll listen to it. You'll get 1 million listeners. And I was like, fucking, those numbers are great. I did this podcast. Because I wanted to actually sit down with my viewers, give them true, complete answers to the questions they have about the content they're making or the small businesses that they're starting or anything that I have any scope of knowledge on, and focus on the people that are there and not the numbers. Numbers are great, but especially when you're starting out, every number you fucking look at when you're starting from zero is going to demotivate you.
Yeah.
Every single time you look at your numbers, it's going to make you want to eat glass and give up. But like, don't put arbitrary number goals on yourself. Don't give a shit about how many people are watching or how many people are interacting, how many they are. Care about who actually is interacting. Care about the person who hits the like button on your tweet. Care about the person who responds on Instagram. Care about every single one of those people. Reply back. Let them know that you noticed it. Say thank you. It does so much. And this is applicable to every single fucking market, period. When we started King's Coast, I don't operate the Twitter account. That's Pete and Wayne. And I told them, I said, we can do announcements on the Twitter account, but everything on our Twitter account for King's Coast is interacting with the people, doing tech support, and saying thank you to every motherfucking person that ever buys our coffee and tweets at us. Because that is where the value is. These are people who are taking time out of their day to pay attention to you or buy your product and take a risk with their time that they probably already know. They already know they could go somewhere else and they could get value and they could have a good time, if they watched streamer X or Y, but they decided to come take a chance on you. And like the gratitude of the recognition of that is going to take you so far. So please, if 2018 is your year, that's awesome. But if it isn't, it doesn't fucking matter. It takes a long time. It takes patience, and patience doesn't mean wait an hour. It means wait a decade. So
Yeah.
I'm not telling you this because I think you're going to be unsuccessful. I'm telling you this because I don't want anybody to self-sabotage. You know, I care about you and I want you to be successful. Go out there, focus on the people that are there, and it will pay off huge. I promise you.
Yeah, see, I do a lot of the Extra Life events, so I'm always doing those charity streams for Extra Life.
Charity streams are awesome and they're great, but I'm not talking about giving back to people. I'm talking, in a financial way. I'm talking about giving back to them on a personal level. Saying thank you is huge.
Okay.
Charity streams are great, but charity is expected. All right. And that sounds shitty to say. And I realize that, but it is. If you give back, everyone's like, good for you, pat on the back. People expect that, especially of broadcasters, because charity is such a huge part of Twitch's culture. It's not like, oh my God, you're doing a charity stream? That's so kind of you. It's, oh, you're doing this charity stream? Dope. I like it. When are you doing 100 more? So the value isn't there. The value is in when you personally say thank you for people taking time to check out you.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you. Honey.
Okay. All right. Good.
Before we end real quick, for somebody who's a part-time worker like myself, what would you say would be the minimum hours to stream for someone that's like part-time?
Every second that you're not at work.
Okay. All right, that's what I kind of figured. If
it's your dream, it is every second that you're not at work.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yep, that's it. Thanks a whole lot, Pro Bro.
I love you, dude. Thank you so much for tuning in and asking. And you can always reach out to me on Twitter. That's one of the reasons when I saw you in here, I grabbed you. I was like, this guy's been like 2 weeks. Like, I got to get him on here. But you can always reach out and I'll always answer your questions, man. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
See ya.
All right. We got about 10 more minutes. We got time for one more caller. One more caller today. So we're going to grab, for the last one of the year, we're going to grab Captain Tullis.
Hey, Broman.
Tullis. Hey, Captain Tullis, what's up? I got 10 minutes. What can I do for you?
All right, well, good. I got 2 short questions.
Hot.
So my first one is, I know with the new Monster Hunter coming out, it's definitely something you're interested in, and I am too.
Yes,
what
sir.
platform are you mainly going to be playing on? Because I would love to hunt some
Monhan. Okay, so I got 2 answers for you. I'm obviously going to play where it's coming out first, so I will be on console for that. For those of you who are listening and you don't know, Monster Hunter is launching on PC, but it is a later date. So I'm going to be on that, and then I don't know. Me and a lot of the folks I stream with have been talking about where we're going to be starting. If the Xbox One X does true 60 FPS at 1080p, I'm going to be on that. If not, I'll probably be on PlayStation.
Okay. All right. Definitely. And then my second question, which sort of got answered with Hidden, to give some context, I was somebody who was reaching out to you one of the days, I forget what it was, about a week or 2 ago, where you said you had the idea of possibly hiring an editor or something like that. And
hiring an editor. Yeah.
So for me, that's something that I love to do, is editing in general. And I'm not trying to make a sort of job play it or anything.
No, go ahead, dude. I'm fine. I don't care. It's your shot. Shoot your shot.
But I mean, my general thing is, me being dyslexic, I have a hard time getting context from text. I mean, I'm one of those people who get them all jumbled up, like words literally become.
Have you tried speed reading? This is totally, as someone who's dyslexic, have you tried speed reading?
Oh, don't get me started on that.
Have you tried speed reading so it didn't help you?
No,
it helps me a lot.
I've tried so many ways to get it all to just fix, but it's come down to nothing but like, okay, I see an M, A, Q, and L, not like, just, I know this jumbled nonsense of letters.
Gotcha.
That it's most likely A or B, and given the context and tone, probably this. But as somebody who's dyslexic, I have a far easier time with, voice-to-voice communications. My big thing is just, how so far for the little video stuff that I've been sending towards you for the media stuff that you've been wanting to do, like what's your like thought process? I know, definitely somebody who takes initiative is somebody who clearly is going to be somebody you're wanting to focus on.
Yeah.
But for me, I personally I got no clue for the context or anything like that. I'm trying to do my best from what I can see and hear from your streams. Sure.
I mean, so when I like one of the things I'm wanting to do with 2018 is I really want to focus on Instagram a lot. Because I like the way storytelling works there. And I don't know. I when I'm looking for an editor, I'm looking for somebody who already knows how to do whatever I want at a high skill level, because I don't have time to teach. If that makes sense. I have time to execute on everything that I do. I have time to give feedback occasionally on what I want, but like, I don't have time to teach somebody this is what I'm looking for, or this is the standard on Instagram. Like, I need someone who already understands that shit. Yeah.
Okay.
So my recommendation is if you're trying to contextualize, and you really want to work for me, go on Instagram and obsessively watch every single piece of video content you can ever fucking find on there, so that you understand the context of the medium, and then take something that I've done, make it using that knowledge, and present it to me.
Okay, definitely. Because I know for
that's how you hack my brain.
Yeah, I mean, so far, just from spending every hour at home going over your podcast, trying to find the little highlight points, it's like, all right, I think I'm doing exactly what they're telling me, but I'm pretty sure.
For me, I'll tell you. All right. For me, I'll tell you, Instagram, inspirational focus is what I want. I want the shit that I need repopulated on that platform isn't like, haha, look at this funny moment, because humor is not what I'm angling for on that. What I'm angling for on Instagram is an intense and incredible amount of value for anybody who follows that feed. So for video stuff, it's a minute of video, me talking about something I'm passionate about. Any clip from where we, any 1 minute of the conversation I just had with Demonizer would be an example.
Yeah, I figured as much, trying to think, oh man, what part should I choose this time?
Yeah. But, I feel you.
But yeah, so I mean, that's something that I'll definitely take a look at. Cause I mean, one of the things is, you were saying a little bit ago, it's like working for me of all people. Like, clearly there might be better people out there, but I like the idea of, you are clearly, as you say, like somebody who has sway or pull in a community, whether to be selling a product for advertisers or whatever.
Yes, I am an influencer. That is correct.
Exactly, influencer. That's where I was looking for.
That's the marketing term for me. Yeah,
got it. But with that, one of the things, it's like, yeah, clearly you've influenced my life in a matter. Like, to put it in perspective, I saw this one meme or whatever, or some artsy fartsy thing where it was like, some guy, a sad picture of like, oh man, this girl was a chapter in my life and I was only a sentence in her. And for me, that was like, okay, I see the issue there per se. But for me, I feel like it's far more humbling to turn it around, where it's like, you've been a chapter in my life, so I would love to just be a sentence in yours. Something, because the more time you have to influence people, especially in a platform like this with podcasting, it gives all that much more for people like me, as well as other people who aren't there, like where I'm at yet, to understand things and really move forward. So with it, I mean, it's something that motivates me, especially to do things like this.
Thank you for such an incredible fucking compliment.
You're welcome.
That's very kind of you, man. And I mean, yeah, like that's the you get the vision. I mean, that's why I'm trying to offload. That's why I'm trying to offload some of the stuff that I do every day. I I'll do it all my fucking self. I don't give a shit. But
I mean, clearly you will.
Where I'm at, yeah, I mean, I'll do it all myself. But the more time that I have that I don't have to spend doing something where there's someone else who's maybe better at it or more passionate about it than I am, editing in particular, I would rather chop off a toe. Allows me to focus more on other things that I know I have a higher skill level at to produce a larger amount of return. But I refuse to compromise distribution just because it's hard for me. So thank you. And yeah, I look forward to whatever the next thing you send into my email.
All right, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah, you're an incredible guy. Captain Tullis, do you want to shout out everywhere where these folks can find you? And then we'll wrap up for 2017.
So normally I'm found everywhere. Captain Tullis, same word, Captain, T-U-L-U-S.
T-U-L-U-S, all right.
I recently started up a Twitter, but decided to go something a little more mainstream, which would be practically my real name. You can find me. Let me pull it up here since I'm not exactly sure what it says. It's at Joshua Brulette, which spelling Brulette is like the word roulette, like Russian roulette, but with a B in front.
Okay.
Although Twitter cuts me off at the first E, so it's Brouille.
Gotcha.
Joshua Brulette.
Gotcha. Well, thank you, man.
Absolutely, it was a pleasure.
Thank you for sharing. I hope to go hunt. You have a fantastic day.
You too. Have a good one.
Bye, man. Wow. Wow, what a hell of a way to end the year. Everybody, thank you so much for listening to Ask Broman, episode 26. Thank you for listening all this year. Next year, I promise we're going to bring the fucking fire, the heat. You're listening to this on the first day of the new year. I appreciate each and every one of you for listening. If you're new and this is your first time, or if you've been listening for a while and you haven't, please subscribe to the podcast wherever you're listening. I promise you will not regret it. And you'll be my super ultra best friend. If you want to check out any of my other socials, they're below. I always reply to my DMs on Instagram, and I love interacting with people on Twitter. So I'll see you around there. I hope that 2018 is everybody's best year. Thank you so much. Final shout out for the gentleman that did not shout himself out. His name is Demonizer H2O. Please go follow him on Twitch and do all that good stuff. Thank you so much. I love you, each and every one of you. I appreciate you. And here's to an incredible 2018. That is a wrap for Ask Broman for the year. Thank you so much. I love you. Peace.